Hello, how are you? We're gonna dive into something very important today, okay? I have, I'm always on a journey. I'm always on a self-discovery. I'm always receiving downloads from the universe, if I'm being totally honest. And these downloads don't just come from my own personal well-being and what I necessarily need to hear and learn and receive. It's also things that you need to hear, learn, and receive too. So just know that you're watching this video at the perfect moment for you. This is meant to find you, this message is, because this message, when I received it, I didn't necessarily feel like, oh, that was that's for me. It really did feel like this was for you. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, and let's dive in. Speaking of favorite beverages, I have to share with you my new favorite obsession. I get hyper fixated on stuff often, and a lot of times it's food and drinks. For real. I eat the same thing every day, and I have for years now. That's why planning dinners is the bane of my existence, because I could eat the same thing every single night, but I know that's not the case for my husband. And whenever my son starts being able to eat, that's not going to be the case for him either. So I'm like, dude, I'll eat the same thing every day. I'll eat the same dinner every day. I don't care. I know what I like. Why am I trying to mix it up, So anyways, my drink obsession right now. We have stores here in my area that are called HTO, and it's a tea shop. You know how there's soda shops in the Utah area? This is like that, but tea specifically, and they have wall-to-wall tea flavors, right? And I was driving my back roads, I be doing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and try something from there. I'm just gonna try something. Well, I'm obsessed now. They have a thing called Texas chai tea. I can't stop thinking about it. And I bought a gallon of it because I went 3 days in a row, and I was like, I can't be driving 30 minutes every day to get this tea. I need to be able to have it at home. But it's never the same at home as it is from the place. But we are making it work, okay? So if you have an HTO store near you, try their Texas chai lattes specifically. They're so fucking good, dude. Maybe I'll go get one today. No, because I bought a gallon and I had one today. Anyways, let's dive in, shall we? Okay, I have notes because I wanted to make sure I kept this on topic, because this is important. Okay. As you grow and evolve, you say goodbye to things that no longer serve you. You shed an old identity about yourself. You step into a new version of you, right? And if you've seen that meme on the internet that's a butterfly that has come out of its cocoon, and someone says to the butterfly, you've changed, and the butterfly's response is, I'm supposed to. That is kind of what happens in our own evolution. We're supposed to change. We're supposed to grow. We are supposed to thrive and evolve and become better, more polished versions of ourselves. This is why the work that I do so often with women is really getting solidified and a clear understanding of who their highest self is, because your highest self is the version of you that has everything that you desire. So when you can become her, that is how you close that timeline. That is how you quantum leap. That is how you get to the level that you desire to be, where you manifest all the things you're trying to manifest by embodying her. Because the manifestation formula is be, do, have. You be the version of you. The action steps come very naturally once you are embodying the version of you who has it all, and then the manifestation is there. With that being said, hear me when I say this. Hear me when I say this. You are supposed to be too good for things. You are supposed to be above certain things. And if you're hearing this and you're like, oh my God, what a conceited, dick, cocky thing to say, good, keep listening. This isn't out of pride, right? It's not out of a feeling of being better than, but it is a level of self-respect. I respect myself too damn much to be around people who have no desire to grow. I'm above that. I have no desire to be around people who are very societal way of things thinking, that can't dream or envision things. I'm above that. I cannot lower my standards to meet someone where they are out of what? Being polite? Being nice? Life is too fucking short to be polite and be nice at the stake of yourself. You know what I mean? And I really love, as a generation, we have done such a good job of kind of shutting the door for being okay with certain behaviors. Like, we call people out now. We very much so will cut ties with people, even if there's, blood relation there or history relation there, and I love that for our generation, but I want to take it a step further and take it to a level where you have got to be okay being above certain things. I do not hang around barber shops because I know eventually I'm going to get my hair cut. That is an analogy here. I'm not going to hang around limited ass belief mindset people because I don't want to let that energy touch me, affect me. I've already grown above that. I have been there, done that, dabbled in it, and I'm past it. I'm above it. I'm better than that situation, right? I don't hang out with people who are super scarcity driven. I can't hang out with people who all they want to talk about is the cost of things and the economy and inflation and tariffs and recession and all these fucking man-made ass things that simply do not affect me because I do not live in that reality. I do not live under those societal rules, those man-made laws. I'm above that, right? And if that pisses you off to hear, maybe it's because you too desire to have this level of self-assuredness that you can say confidently, I'm above that, right? I'm above going to clubs and bars. I haven't drank in 2 years. Why the fuck do I need to go to a bar or to a club? I'm above that lifestyle. I'm above the 9-to-5 grind. I'm above doing things that I don't want to do, right? I don't need to give someone an explanation for my desire to not do something. I don't need to give someone an explanation if my answer is no, because no is a full sentence, Be above some of the things in your life. Stop tolerating all of these things that truly are not meant for you. The cost of not being above things is your peace. So ask yourself, is it worth my peace? There are things in life, invisible assets, and one of your invisible assets is your fucking peace, is your happiness. It is your dominant frequency of how you operate day to day. That is an invisible asset of yours. And my invisible assets cannot be fucked with, just like my visible assets cannot be fucked with. That is my level of confidence. That is my level of self-respect. That is my level of my self-belief, because I believe and respect and care about myself so much more than any of the other shit. And I know society tells us, like, don't be selfish, care about others, don't put yourself on a pedestal, don't be your number one fan. I'm my number one fan. I put myself on a pedestal and I come first, period. Because if I don't, the people around me that I do love and care about will not be nourished well if I do not put myself first. The same goes for you. I do not put anything above myself. I come first. You come first. And however long that you've been living your life by putting others first, by people pleasing, by making sure that everyone else's cup is full before yours, you are costing your peace. You are costing your self-respect. And I have a story to share with you. My paternal grandmother, she was the kind of woman who had a family dinner. There'd be 15, 20 people there for her to serve. And she never got to eat the food that she spent all this time cooking and preparing while it was hot, because she's too busy making sure everyone else has food on their plate, making sure everyone else has an iced tea, making sure everyone else is comfortable. Do they have everything they need? And then she's got to make sure the kitchen is clean so people can come in and get seconds that they want. She's got to get the pie out to cut the pie for everyone. And then she might sit down and eat while everyone else is in the living room enjoying their time with full bellies. Fuck that. And that's what people talked about the most about her at her funeral 6, 7, 5 years ago. I don't remember. 2019 is when she passed. So however long ago that was. And that's what people talked about her funeral, is that Nell was such a great host. She was the best host. She didn't put herself first. She didn't make sure that she was taken care of. Her priority was making sure everyone was taken care of. And I know that that generation, a lot of women were that way. But imagine if they weren't. Imagine how much better families would be, how much better children would be, how much better marriages would be if the women back then said, I'm putting myself first. This doesn't mean that you neglect your responsibilities, neglect the ones you love, neglect your children, your spouse, your family, your friends, your business, whatever. But it does mean you put your oxygen mask on first before you help others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. When you pour from an empty cup, you are literally draining your invisible assets, and that's not the fucking vibe. Period. It's not selfish. It's not prideful. It's not even a gag reflex type of way to be, in my opinion. You might be watching this and be gagging the whole way through, and I don't really give a fuck if you are. That means I am simply not for you. I'll see you in the next lifetime. But what that does mean for those who are watching, and if you are sitting here saying this is kind of triggering, good. That means you have something to heal. That means you have something to work on and reflect on within yourself. Because let me tell you one thing. Having lived both realities where everyone came before myself and I come before everyone else, this way of living has really been able to allow me to live for a living so much more than this way did. I'm much more abundant, much more magnetic, much more happy than I was when I was living this way. My relationships are better. Literally, all of my relationships are better than what they were when I was making sure everyone else's food, making sure everyone else was fed before myself. When I was living like Nell, my grandmother. Now that I'm living like Alyssa and living as a mission-driven woman who is going to change the trajectory of a lot of people's lives by causing a ripple effect, I have to share with you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, what I'm able to prioritize as this version of me who puts myself first. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And while we're on the topic of invisible assets, something that I'm doing inside of my membership right now is I'm having all of my members really get clear on what their invisible assets are and what we can do to protect them, what we can do to maintain them, what we can do to make sure that they are protected at all costs. How do we put what is it whenever the banks are backed by the federal, how do we put a Federal Reserve on our invisible assets? That's the vibe. How can we do that? So, if you're not in the membership, why? What are you doing? You can join for 7 days free. Hello. Come in, see if it's the vibe. There's no pressure. There's no pitching. There's no selling. It's literally you can come in and creep for 7 days for free and see if it's your vibe. Join some of our live parties if we have one going on when you join. Check out what we're dropping daily to better make you magnetic, better make you more aligned, and see if it's the vibe for you. Come see the community. Come check it out. Come shake our hand. We'd love to meet you. And if it is, stick around. It's only $111 a month and well fucking worth it, because let me tell you, this group of women that are inside of the membership are the ones who are going to be living the way that you've been desiring to live much quicker, much more efficiently than what you're doing. Because let me tell you, you can chase your dreams all day long, but when you can actually step into them, it's a much more aligned place to be. And I'm helping the women inside of my membership do that. So check it out, see if it's for you. If you have any specific questions that you would love for me to answer anonymously on my podcast series, Listens, check out the form below and make sure you submit your questions. Again, they will be answered anonymously. So think of it as like you're asking your spiritual, connected, ear to the streets with the universe friend some questions, and I will give you my intuitive downloads in real time on the podcast. So let's do the damn thing. I'll see you next time. Bye.